One of the saddest things to see is when a person is around the wrong people. That's one of the saddest things, right? Hear me out. They're around a certain type of people, or let's say they grew up around a certain type of area, or they came out from a certain type of area. They grew up around a certain type of people that had certain mindset, and now they matured, they grew up. However, they're still holding on to people that's actually holding them back. And I see this a lot, especially people who, let's say they moved on in life, let's say they have matured, but they're holding on to the same friends, they're holding on to the same family members, they're holding on to the same colleagues. And they love to say things like, oh, well, I'm waiting on such and such to get their act together and then we can do this. I'm waiting on such and such to do better and then we can do this. Do you hear the common denominator? They're waiting on another person to get their act together, to see things differently, to change their life, for them to be able to move forward with what they want or what God has placed in them. And I know it sounds crazy, but let them people go. Let them people go. Let them go. Like them people had to let go of Jonah. Let them go. I think that's absurd that you can't see that your delay is you're delaying it. And what's so crazy is a lot of times when you're holding on to things like that, or you're holding on to this thought, you're holding on to this dream, that when this person get their act together, when they see something, when they see how you see things, when they can see this promotion, this elevation, this business, this opportunity the same way you see it, then you guys can move forward. Maybe it's a sign that you're not supposed to be yoked to that person no longer. It's a sign that you're holding yourself back. It's also a sign that I've seen it many times, because it's happened in my own life, where you hold yourself back because you're saying, oh, the whole world is against this person. Let me just give this person time. And then you do that. And then year and year and year go by. They never change. They never try to change their circumstance. It's always excuses after excuses after excuses. It's everyone else but them. And then when you present it to them like, hey, I've been holding this project back because of you, they have the crusty lips to tell you, I didn't ask you to do it. And how many times have you seen this? I didn't ask you to stay with me. I didn't ask you to hold back. I didn't ask you to stay in this city. I didn't ask you to stay in this state. I didn't ask you to stay in this job. I didn't ask you not to look for another job. I didn't ask you not to get promoted. I didn't ask you not to try to get promoted. Don't that sound familiar? So whose fault is it? Is it the person that they're not changing? I'm sorry to bust your bubble. They're not. It's really the hand of God that could change them. They're not going to change. Or is it your fault? It's your fault. You have to understand that, first of all, you can't change no one. Second of all, you can't want something more for another person more than they want for themselves. You hear how that sounds? You want something more for someone else more than they want for themselves. And in the midst of it, you have delayed yourself. You probably have lost opportunities, lost financial wealth, lost access, lost networking opportunities, because you delayed yourself for someone that don't want to get their act together. You have to get over the fact that they're going to say, oh, you changed. Yes, they're going to say, oh, you're not the same. Yes, they're going to say, oh, you think you're better than us. You think you better because you move. You think you better because you got another job. You think you're better because blah, 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 blah. It's going to be a perpetual thing. My question to you is, first, why do you care? And second, why do you revere their opinions so much? Their opinions have led them to stay where they're at. So I want you to dust yourself off. I want you to take the tears away. And I want you to move forward. And if this is a family member, you just I don't know what else to tell you but to just cut them off. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. Because my thing is, you have to get to a point where you want more out of life than what you see. And many of y'all, it's because of who y'all choose to talk to, who y'all choose to stay around, who y'all choose to fellowship with, where y'all choose to stay. The list goes on. And speaking from someone who I just knew since I was little, I was not going to stay in the town that I was raised in, you'll be fine. You'll find new people. You'll find like-minded people. It will be a long journey as long as you keep your trust in God. Love ya.